Hey everybody, welcome to Thinkin Thursdays with Stofel and Associates Realty. This is episode number 8, and today I wanted to discuss a little bit on income properties. So income properties are basically properties that you purchase and then either rent out short-term or long-term. And here in the Tampa Bay area, it poses a lot of investment opportunities to be able to purchase some of these income properties, whether it be a single-family residence, a 8-unit multi-family apartment complex, a condo on the beach that you can rent out, and other facets of things. So depending on what your investment may be, the traditional rental is something you put a long-term tenant in, you collect income every month, and it's a more stable income. The other is a more short-term rental, and that's, what you're seeing is becoming more and more popular, such as Airbnb and VRBO. So I wanted to discuss today with you just kind of what kind of rentals we have to offer and what makes most sense for you. The good thing is that both produce income for you to sustain a solid return on investment and also to help cover your mortgage. And here in the Tampa Bay area especially, the rental market is absolutely on fire, whether that be transients with the short-term rentals or the long-term people who are permanent residents here. So when you purchase a income producing property that you plan on renting out to a traditional tenant, you usually rent it for more than 7 months out of the year, usually have a year lease. It's a single family residence. They're responsible for all the utilities, all the upkeep on the property for the most part, except for foundation and other major issues. And generally speaking, you get a tenant in there, they live in there for a few years, you collect rent, you increase the rent every year at a certain percentage, and you yield a solid return on investment. The ever-growing thing is the Airbnb VRBOs. So now the new hot thing is to rent your property out short-term for people that are coming down here from out of state or even locals that are just looking to do a staycation. So being that we have offices in St. Petersburg and in Tampa, I thought it would be important to discuss what that means. So the misconception is that a lot of people think that because they own their house, they own their condo, they can do what they wish as far as renting it out. And unfortunately, that's not the case. So one of the big things that comes into play a factor is zoning. So one big example of zoning is that, if you're in a traditional residential neighborhood, your zoning probably isn't going to allow short-term rentals per se. Now, if you're on the beach and you are on the Gulf side of Gulf Boulevard and say Madeira Beach, that allows for daily short-term rentals. But if there's not special zoning for you, you have to adhere by the specific laws that the city has put in place. So we're going to look at the city of St. Petersburg. The city of St. Petersburg says that if you plan on renting your property out for less than 30 days, that you can only do it 3 times in a 365-day period. So that means that basically if you do 30 days or more, you can do it as many times as you want. I guess 30 days up to 12 times at that point. But if you plan on doing a week rental, you plan on doing a 3-day rental, you plan on doing 4 days, whatever it may be, anything less than a month, you can only do it 3 times out of a 365-day period. So in addition to that, you will have to pay short-term lodging taxes. So you get 6% to the state, 6% to the county of Pinellas, and then you also have a 1% tax as well on top of that for Pinellas, so you're paying 13%. For the city of Tampa, right now they have it to where if it's less than 7 days, it must be properly zoned. So they're a little bit shorter time period than the city of St. Petersburg. And, for both properties, they do require applications. They're going to require those taxes, like I said. So ultimately, at the end of the day, it's best to do your research and don't rely solely on what someone has told you. Always go directly to the source. The sources today for the city of St. Pete was actually stpete.org. The source from Tampa today was actually mashvisor.com. So regardless of where you go, you definitely want to make sure that you get credible sources. You work with a trusted real estate agent that knows transient taxes, knows short-term rentals, knows long-term rentals, knows the market rents in the area, knows the appreciation of the properties. And if you're looking for an investment property, you definitely need to work with a trusted individual, because at the end of the day, your money's on the line. And when someone tells you that you can rent your property out as much as you want because you own it, you can do what you wish. That's not the case. And last thing you want is for you to lose out on income, lose out on missed opportunity, and of course end up in court over something that could be avoided. So if you want to know more about income properties, you want to get an idea of the opportunities that present itself, how VRBO and Airbnb is coming in influence in our communities, give us a shout. We're happy to get someone who is trained, trusted, and knows the local markets, so we can make sure that we can get you in the right product that fits your income needs as far as investment. So thanks for tuning in, and look forward to next week.